You are sitting there right now, staring at a phone screen that hasn't lit up with her name in hours, maybe days. Or worse, maybe she is sitting right next to you on the couch, scrolling through her feed, laughing at something a stranger posted. But when she looks at you, the light in her eyes dies. It's like a switch flips. You remember how she used to look at you? Like you were the oxygen in the room, like you were the only man who mattered in the entire universe. Now you look at her and you feel like you are looking at a ghost. She is physically there. You can reach out and touch her, you can smell her perfume, but her soul, her spirit, it left the building a long time ago. And the most painful part isn't the fighting, it's not the screaming matches, it's the silence. That heavy, suffocating silence that fills up the house when you walk in. It's the feeling of being lonely while lying in bed next to the person you love most in the world. You ask her, "What's wrong?" And she gives you that tired sigh, the one that crushes your chest and says, "I'm fine." But you know she isn't fine. You know we aren't fine. And deep down, in the pit of your stomach, you have this terrifying realization that you are losing her and you are powerless to stop it. You have tried everything, haven't you? You tried being the nice guy. You tried buying the gifts. You tried asking her to talk. You tried giving her space. And every single move you make seems to push her further away. It feels like you are stuck in quicksand. The harder you struggle to hold on to her, the faster you sink. You are exhausted, man. I can feel it. You are tired of walking on eggshells in your own home, terrified that one wrong word is going to set her off or make her shut down completely. You are tired of feeling like a beggar, pleading for crumbs of affection from a woman who used to give you a feast. You feel unappreciated, unseen, and frankly, you feel disrespected. You go to work, you bust your ass, you provide, you protect, you do everything society told you a good man is supposed to do. And what do you get in return? Indifference, coldness, maybe even betrayal. And you're asking yourself the question that keeps you awake at 3 a.m. Why is this happening? Am I not enough? What does she actually want? Listen to me, brother. Before you pack your bags, before you send that angry text, before you give up and walk away, you need to understand that what you are experiencing right now is not unique to you. You're not broken. You are not a failure. You are stuck in a biological trap that you didn't even know existed. You are playing a game where the rules changed and nobody told you. Most men give up right here. They walk away bitter and broken, only to repeat the same cycle with the next woman. Do not be that man. The pain you are feeling right now is fuel. It is a signal that something needs to die. Not you, but the version of you that tolerates this dynamic. I am going to hand you the blueprint to decode her silence. I'm going to show you exactly why she pulled away and, more importantly, how to reclaim your dignity. But you have to be willing to hear the truth that hurts. If you are feeling this pain, if you are tired of being the one who cares more, if you are ready to stop being a passenger in your own relationship and start driving, then you are in the right place. We are going to fix this, but we are going to fix it on your terms, not hers. Do yourself a favor and hit that subscribe button right now, not for the algorithm, but as a contract with yourself. By clicking that button, you are saying, I am done being a victim. I am ready to learn. Lock in. We are going deep. Let's talk about the biggest mistake you made. And I know you made it because every man makes it. You try to solve an emotional problem with a logical solution. You are operating like a computer. She is operating like the weather. You think, if I pay the bills, take out the trash, and tell her she's pretty, she should be happy. That is transactional logic. Input A plus input B equals output C. But attraction is not a math equation. Attraction is not negotiable. You cannot negotiate genuine burning desire. You can negotiate a mortgage, you can negotiate a car deal, but you cannot sit a woman down and logically explain to her why she should feel sexually attracted to you. It doesn't work that way. When she says she doesn't feel a connection, and you respond by listing all the things you did for her last week, you are making it worse. You are proving to her that you don't get it. She doesn't care about what you did. She cares about how you make her feel. And right now you make her feel suffocated. You see, when she started pulling away, you panicked. Your anxious attachment kicked in. You felt the distance and your instinct was to close the gap. So you started texting more. You started asking, do you love me? More. You started hovering. You became needy. And here is the brutal truth. Neediness is the most repulsive trait a man can have. It is anti-seduction. When you act needy, you are subcommunicating to her. I do not believe I am enough, so I need you to validate me. A woman cannot respect a man who needs her validation to survive. Evolutionarily speaking, she is looking for a rock. She's looking for a mountain that can withstand the storm. If she blows a little wind, pulls away, and you crumble, how can she trust you to protect her from the real dangers of the world? She can't. Her biological alarm bells start ringing. She feels unsafe. And when a woman feels unsafe, she closes her legs and she closes her heart. The tragedy is that you think you are fighting for the relationship. You tell yourself, I'm just trying to fix things because I love her. But are you? Be honest with yourself. Are you doing all this chasing because you love her or because you are terrified of being alone? Are you chasing her because she is a high-value woman or because your ego can't handle the rejection? She smells that fear on you. It reeks. It hangs in the air like bad cologne. You have handed her all your power. You made her the prize. And in human psychology, we do not value things that are thrown at us for free. We value what we have to work for. We value what is scarce. Right now, your attention is not scarce. It is cheap. You are flooding the market with your attention, and the value has dropped to zero. You have become boring, predictable, and safe. And safe is the cousin of dead in the bedroom. Now we need to go deeper into the biology. This might trigger some of you, but facts don't care about your feelings. Women are hypergamous by nature. This means they are biologically wired to seek the best possible partner for survival and provision. But in the modern world, survival doesn't mean fighting a saber-toothed tiger. It means emotional strength. It means competence. It means the ability to stay calm in chaos. When she is acting up, when she is being difficult, when she is giving you the silent treatment, she is subconsciously testing your frame. She is poking the bear to see if it bites back or if it whimpers. She wants to know, is this man strong enough to handle me? Because if you can't handle her emotions, you definitely can't handle the world. Most men fail this test miserably. When she gets emotional, you get emotional. She yells, you yell. She withdraws, you beg. You have entered her frame. You are reacting to her reality instead of creating your own. A king does not get rattled by the changing moods of his subjects. A king sets the tone. When you allow her mood to dictate your happiness, you are basically saying, you are the leader of this relationship. And a woman resents a man she has to lead. She might not say it, she might not even realize it consciously, but she resents it. She wants to surrender. She wants to relax into her feminine energy. But she can only do that if you are firmly planted in your masculine energy. If you are weak, she has to be strong. She has to wear the pants. And she hates you for forcing her into that role. Think about the guys she cheated on you with, or the bad boys she used to date. Why was she obsessed with them? Was it because they were better men? No, it was because they were indifferent. They didn't care if she stayed or left. They had their own mission, their own life, their own purpose. She was just a guest in their world. And that terrified her and turned her on at the same time. It made her feel like she had to earn her spot. With you, you made her the center of your universe. You stopped hanging out with your friends. You stopped your hobbies. You made her your everything. And that is too much pressure for one human being to carry. She cannot be your source of happiness. That is your job. When you put that burden on her, she collapses under the weight and walks away to find a man who can stand on his own 2 feet. So what is the solution? How do you turn this ship around before it hits the iceberg? The answer is simple, but it is the hardest thing you will ever do. You have to be willing to lose her. You have to mean it. I'm not talking about pretending. I'm not talking about playing hard to get. I'm talking about genuinely accepting the reality that you might be better off without her disrespect. You need to withdraw your energy completely. Stop the texts, stop the questions, stop the begging. Create a vacuum. When you pull back your energy, 2 things happen. First, you stop feeding the dynamic that is killing attraction. You stop being the needy pest. Second, and more importantly, you create space for her to feel the loss of your presence. Right now, she takes you for granted because you are always there. It's like air. You don't notice the air until it's gone. You need to take the air out of the room. You need to focus entirely on yourself. I'm talking about monk mode. Hit the gym until your muscles fail. Pour yourself into your business or your career. Reconnect with your male friends. Rediscover the man you were before you lost yourself in her. When she sees that you are not falling apart without her, when she sees that you are actually thriving, it will shock her system. It breaks the pattern. She will wonder, wait, why isn't he chasing me? Did he find someone else? Is he over me? That curiosity is the spark of attraction reigniting. But you cannot do this as a trick to get her back. If you do it just to manipulate her, she will sense it. You have to do it because you finally respect yourself enough to demand better. You have to reach a point where you look in the mirror and say, I am a high-value man, and I will not accept half-assed love. If she comes back to a new man, a man with boundaries, a man who won't tolerate disrespect, a man who is the captain of the ship. And if she doesn't come back, then you have saved yourself years of misery with the wrong woman, and you have built yourself into the kind of man who will attract a woman 10 times better. Either way, you win. But the only way you lose is if you stay in this limbo, begging for love from someone who isn't willing to give it. Stand up. Dry your eyes. Kill the boy inside you who needs mommy's approval and wake up the king who commands respect. The choice is yours. You can keep crying or you can start building. I know what I would do.